Did you know that the Renault Captur is the best-selling small SUV car in Ireland? I always knew they were popular, but like they're really, really popular. This is a brand new model, back for 2020. Loads of great offers. If you go to Renault.ie, you'll find them out. But let's have a look at the car in great detail right now, because while I'm taking it for a bit of a spin around some back roads in North County Dublin, I'm going to tell you about the car. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, then you should. So, first of all, starting with the boot, all models get this very clever removable shelf. You can hide things in there, and you can also make your boot deeper. So practicality on both levels. And then there's this little weird handle in the boot that you can access from the back of the car and from inside in the back seats, and that will give you more leg room in the back or a bigger boot, depending on which is your priority on any given day. So that's very clever. Then coming around to the actual car, in the back you've got plenty of space for up to 2 child seats. In the middle there's a bit of space left for a smaller human, probably not an adult, it has to be said. And rear leg room is decent, not amazing, but decent. Depending on what model you go for, you may get a glass roof. This car has it, light floods in, and it feels really nice because of that. Speaking of trim, there's 3 different options on the car. You get Play, you get Iconic, and you get S Edition. And the price for the entry-level Play is €21,995. And that rises to almost €26,000 for the S Edition, and that is in the 100 brake horsepower TCE engine. This one is a 1.3 130 brake horsepower option, a road tax of €270, and a 0 to 60 time of about 9 seconds. And it's very good in a straight line and actually has lots of power. My main criticism for it is it can either hesitate a little bit when you're pulling away from traffic, or it can be a little bit jerky. And that's in this automatic version of the engine. So something to just check out for yourself on a test drive and see if it bothers you or not. But up front here, you get a really huge screen. Now, it's quite imposing. It's now on the Zoe and the new Clio, but it's really, really easy to use. You can set it up to access your sport mode or individually tweak things on how you like things to work. And the really clever safety stuff that this car comes packed with, maybe you don't like lane departure, you can turn just that bit off and have other safety aids still on. So there's no one rule for everything option, and that's really clever. Whack it into sport mode and you'll get a rev counter that's displayed on your instruments, which are colourful and clear and come with the Renault frontal avoidance thingy-bobber, but also tells you how much it's going to take you to brake from the current speed you're at to the car in front. That's currently 2.2 seconds. Don't break the 2-second rule, kids. But you can get that displayed in your instruments, along with your speed sign recognition that comes as standard on all models of the new Captur. New to Nobby on cars are my knob-servations. See what I did there? And here's some on the Renault Captur. The gear shift lever is very futuristic. There's 2 decent drinks holders. 2-tone seats look nice. Generous connectivity for charging devices in the front and rear of the car. The leg room in the back is reasonable. There's a front Isofix seat. The glove box has a little sneaky extra storage bit, and the under armrest storage area is tiny. The outer doors cover the door sills, which means no more dirty trousers, and the Captur will even search for the cheapest petrol as you drive around using the nav, although as I filmed the prices seemed to be quite out of date. There's a clever thing like keyless. You put the key in your pocket, you walk away, you don't have to touch anything. Some keyless options mean you still have to press a button on the door. You walk away and the car will lock itself. That means you can leave your key in your pocket or your handbag or your wallet and never really have to worry about it ever again. Other stuff the car comes as standard with is lane keep assist, LED lights, climate control, and all models get at least 17-inch alloy wheels. This car is fitted with Renault's LED headlights, and they are super bright at night time. You'll see things you've never seen before. If you spec it, their parking camera has options for even seeing how close your alloy wheels are to the curb. So when you get those 17s, you're going to want to mind them. If you like the two-tone paint effect, some trim models of the Captur are the only car in Ireland that don't charge you for having two-tone. So if you like this black roof, gold coloured paint and interior colour touches, then have a look at some of the model lineup to see what you can do with your Captur. The ride height is pretty cool too, so if you like a car that sits a little bit higher up than most and is easy to get in and out of, then it's another strong point for the car. Comparing this to the previous model Captur, they've done a nice big improvement on the styling. The rear lights look really great. Some of the touches around the front, including the LED spotlights, look a bit sharp. But overall, this car is pretty good looking, and many people have commented on my social media accounts this week with pictures of this to say how good looking some of the Renault lineup is these days. And with the Captur, it just has the proportions pretty much spot on. As I sit in traffic here, it's also a good opportunity to tell you that there's 3 diesel engine lineups. Well, technically 2, because one is a 95 brake horsepower, the other is a 115 brake horsepower, and the other one is also 115, just with an automatic gearbox. It's also a car that in time will really lend itself well to an electric setup. So I'd imagine it's a case of when, not if. And a Captur EV, that could be very, very interesting. To drive, it's nothing remarkable, it just does it all incredibly well. It's not particularly exciting, doesn't handle particularly badly, acceleration is fine. Overall, you will find it's just a car that is really happy to be doing trips around town, trips to school and the shops, and looks good also. It'll turn the odd head here and there, especially if you do have the different colour tone options, bit of chrome going up the sides, nicer wheels on it. It does stand out in the right colour, so it's a good looking car and looks fun and funky, and I think will appeal to both younger drivers and drivers who maybe don't need a bigger car anymore. Coming soon, the Puma X will be on the channel and the Peugeot 2008, and there are 3 cars you're going to have a virtual poke around of on this channel if you're in the market for a compact SUV. Help me out with that YouTube algorithm. Give the video a like if you've learned something and enjoyed this video today, and please do leave a comment below if you have one about the all-new Renault Captur. Thank you as always for watching. I'll see you soon.